Welcome to Spirit Mastermind. My name is Rita Ricks, and we are in session 3 of What's in a Name. In this series, I've been exploring what the letters of my first name represent or mean to me. Today, it's about the T in R-I-T-A. I want you to go back and find sessions 1 and 2 to learn what I discovered from R and I. This has really been an eye-opening exercise for me, and I hope that you will try it. But I've got to ask you first, how are you feeling? How are you managing? What barriers are you confronting? What challenges are you having? Contact me at speaktoyourspirit.com. I would love to listen, and I would love to nurture and support you. All you have to do is contact me. And right now, what you can do is just close your eyes, because I want you to breathe. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to relax your shoulders and put your hands on your thighs. Be seated. Put your feet flat on the floor. And breathe slowly through your nose, very slowly. Take a very deep breath. And breathe in slowly, and then breathe out slowly. And as you breathe in the second and third time slowly, I want you to breathe in love and light and joy and energy. And I want you to breathe out toxins, whatever is stressing you, whatever is distressing you, whomever. Breathe it out. Let it go. And watch the love and the light as you're breathing just flow throughout your body from your head to your toes. Continue to relax your shoulders. And just be. Breathe in and out slowly one more time. And then open your eyes. So the quote that I have for this session is so much fun. It is from Lucy Stone. And she said, "A wife should no more take her husband's name than he should take hers. My name is my identity, and it must not be lost." End of quote. Lucy Stone was born in 1818. She was a feminist, an abolitionist, as well as the first woman from Massachusetts to graduate from college. She traveled widely, lecturing on women's rights and protesting the institution of slavery. She was my kind of girl. And her name was Lucy Stone, S-T-O-N-E. Her last name describes her to a T. I would have loved knowing her, and I honor and respect her for all that she did. So the T that comes in R-I-T-A is title. How many people do you know who define themselves by their title? They believe their title is who they are. And to Lucy's point, how many women were prevented from moving forward because they had their owner's name? They could not obtain credit nor a loan. And why were the birth names of enslaved people stripped away, their only identity, and it was replaced with the names of their owners? It was certainly not to bring them in as a family member. And I want to go back to Lucy's point just real quickly, because the women, once they married, had the husband's name. And so that was a bit of a way of stripping. So let me say, it's up to you, and I'm talking to the ladies right now. It really is up to you. If you want your husband's name, by all means, take it and enjoy it. But if you want to keep your name, keep it. If it describes who you are, keep it. Because that's a title that I want. Now, Ricks is my married name. But I always write my middle name, my maiden name as well, because it is a title that I am very, very proud of. So you decide. But be careful of those titles anyway, because oftentimes we take a title as President of the United States or any number of titles that we take, and we just kind of hold on to them. We hold on to them. We let them define who we are. And that's not who you are. You aren't a title. You are defined by what's inside. The next T word is travel. Oh, and I miss it and look forward to seeing more of the world. But travel sometimes requires a certain amount of risk taking, which I'm okay with. I have to make sure that I've got my passport. I have to make sure that I call the credit card people so they will know I'm traveling and they will allow me to use my credit card without blocking it. So there is risk taking. If you're afraid of flying or going to places you don't know, that's taking a risk. But it's still good. Travel requires a bit of order and planning. You have to know about the weather so you know what to take, you know how much to take, and the activities that you're going to have. Travel brings a certain amount of expectation. Just the fact that you're moving out of where you typically are to someplace new, I love that because I expect that it's going to be a great time. Travel brings me out of routine. I'm not doing the same thing the same way in the same place. And then travel always brings me a new perspective. Because when I change my perspective, I change my reality. That's why travel, T, means so much to me. It's just a fun and exciting thing to do. And listen, it doesn't have to be far. It doesn't have to be in the next state. It doesn't have to be in another country, another continent. But it can be. There's so many wonderful things going on this planet. And so my prayer is that everyone take their health seriously and take the vaccine so that we can begin to travel again and enjoy it. The final T that speaks to me is teach. And I come from a family of teachers. My grandmother, my mom, my dad, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my daughters, we're all familiar with the saying, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. Teaching is rewarding, and I love it. And coaching is somewhat of a far distant cousin to teaching. Teaching forces me to be current and relevant. I'm today connected to middle school students that I taught who are now in their 50s. And I facilitate a group of 16 entrepreneurs every 6 months, and it has grown me so much. And so I know what I teach, I get back 5-10-fold, because when they grow, I grow. Some of the other letters that describe me in this role are just wonderful as I think about myself. I inspire when I teach. I influence when I teach. I inform when I teach. I'm responsible when I teach. Those are all words that describe who I am and still stick with the R and the I in my name. So next session, we're going to tackle the A, the final letter in my name, R-I-T-A. How are you doing with your name? I've been asking since session 1. I asked in session 2 and I asked in session 3 for you to work on your name. This is session 3 right now. So I hope that you'll share this exercise with a young person and the two of you together can make this work. I am Rita, speaking to your spirit. Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you had a great time. Listen, I want us to stay in contact. So follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, Speak to Your Spirit, subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't be selfish. Share all of our information with others, and we will see you again really soon. Thanks a lot.